You may have heard me mention Schema or schema.org a few times already. When we talk about schema, we're really referring to structured data. And structured data is a set of tags that you add to your site, which helps search engines understand the various pieces of information that are on your pages. You can use schema to call out items on a menu, your opening hours, products, reviews, and a whole lot more. Now, you'll find more information on rich snippets at schema.org, but when it comes to local SEO, I do want to show you how to use it for the most important piece of information, and that is your citation. Or in other words, the name, address, and phone number of your business. Now, just listing it on your site is pretty good, but we want to go a step further and wrap that information in a structured data tag. That is to say, we want to explicitly call it out to Google as an address for our business. So using explorecalifornia.org as an example, I'm going to scroll to the bottom of the site, and in the footer, we have the location information. It's great that the information is on each page in the footer, and this is a perfect starting place to using structured data. One of the easiest ways to create structured data is to use the Google Structured Data Markup Helper. And I'm going to go ahead and go to that link, which is at google.com/webmasters/markup-helper. So the first thing we need to do to get started with this tool is tell Google the type of data or the type of business that we are. In this case, I'm going to choose local businesses. Now, if you are a restaurant, there's going to be extra information available to you by selecting the restaurants category. Next, we need to enter our URL at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to go ahead and put in explorecalifornia.org and then choose Start Tagging. What Google's going to do is it's going to load our website into their structured data tool. And on the right, it's going to show us the types of structured data that it's collecting. What we're going to do is we're going to go through our site and we're going to click and highlight the information, and then we're going to tag it. And Google's going to put together the HTML that we need to add to our site. So the first thing I'll do is in the center, I'm going to scroll to the bottom of the page. And here, I'm going to highlight Explore California. And a little menu is going to pop up, and we have some options: name, image, telephone, etc. In this case, I'll indicate that this is the name, because it is. It's the name of our business. Now, when it comes to address, you'll need to highlight each element individually, starting with the street. You'll do that, hover over address, and then pick street address from the dropdown. Next, I'll highlight the city, which is Ventura, and under address, I'll choose city. For the state, I'll choose state. And then for the zip code, I'll choose our postal code. Last, I'm going to bring in the phone number by highlighting the entire phone number and then choosing telephone. Now, to the right, you'll notice that all this information is starting to come into place. You'll see that it's got our name, our telephone, and our address information, so double check that everything is right. If you want to get rid of something, you can choose the X, which will clear the tag. That section will become unhighlighted, so to bring it back, you'll highlight it and retag it properly. Now, you'll notice that when I opened up the menu, there was a lot of other information available to us. We could bring in opening hours, URLs, and reviews. I'm only going to focus on address for now, but if these make sense, feel free to come back and explore them on your own and start tagging other areas of your website. Now, to generate the HTML code we need, I'm going to go to Create HTML in the upper right-hand corner. Now, what they've done is they've brought in all of the HTML from our site, and they're going to highlight the areas that we need to add to our code. So at the top, they're going to highlight this comment, which you don't actually need to add unless you want to remember how you generated your markup data. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and we'll see that we have this new area of code that's highlighted in yellow. And this is our actual structured data. So let's take a look at this code in more detail so we can really understand what's happening. First, we have this item scope, item type equals schema.org/local business. And what that's doing is telling Google that everything that we indicate in this section is about our local business. And a local business has attributes. So Google's going to go, okay, so your local business, now I'm looking for some attributes. I'm looking for your address, which we've indicated here, and I'm looking for your phone number, which we've indicated here. Now, an address is a little bit complicated. So this section here, address, item scope, item type equals schema.org/postal address, is just helping Google understand the attributes of an address, that an address should include a street, a locality, a region, and a zip code. What you'll do then is copy and paste this code and put it at the relevant sections of your website. You can go back to tagging up here in the upper left-hand corner, and you can even download a copy of this code if you'd like to use it in a text editor such as Sublime. Having structured data will provide you with another valuable tool for your local SEO strategy.